Welcome to the first off-season podcast here on the Basketball Zone YouTube channel. I'm not in my normal office studio or even home studio. I came down to spend time with my father for Father's Day. So I'm here at his house, still wanting to talk about today's massive trade, how it just changes the entire league once again. What does it mean for the Pacific Division? What does it mean for the Eastern Conference? What does it mean for the entire free agency class now that AD is in Los Angeles? But before we get into all the details, make sure to follow BlindSave on Instagram and visit their website, blindsave.com, to get yourself an awesome knee pad or entire full body compression pads. Their technology is awesome. I've used it so many times. I used it at the Buddy Hill camp where I was out there hooping. I used it today, Saturday morning, where I felt great. Again, their technology is off the charts. Their quality is unmatched. And I highly recommend you guys using, if you do use compression pads, knee pads, whatever the case may be, make sure to buy yourself a quality knee sleeve like BlindSave's awesome sleeve. Make sure to visit blindsave.com for more information. Now, where were we? Anthony Davis, hell of a basketball player. He is a guy who is 26 years old. He is a superstar, top 6 NBA, top 6, top 7, depending on where you see him and the type of impact that he plays. I think I was tweeting out earlier and saying that he's not a top 5 player in my eyes, at least not right now, because my list would consist of Kawhi Leonard number 1, Giannis number 2, Kevin Durant number 3, Steph number 4, LeBron number 5. Now after that, you can put him at number 6. There's other guys that you can make a debate, that you can make an argument, about being top 6, being top 7. You still got Paul George out there, and you still got Damian Lillard. So many good players. But again, they for sure got 2 top 10 players in the NBA. And if you say it that way, it's going to be a super scary team because they still have enough cap space to sign another max guy. Now, who will that max guy be? It is already reported that they're going to go after Kemba Walker. He is their top priority. My thing is, will Kemba Walker leave all that money on the table in Charlotte? Does he prioritize money, or does he prioritize winning? If he wants to win, he should go to LA. If he wants the money, he should stay in Charlotte. Just call it the way it is. That team's going to be really good. And they managed to keep Kyle Kuzma, who should be, if he doesn't start, he should be a massive contributor off the bench and potentially 6th man of the year type player. And this guy can get buckets. Make no mistake about that. Kyle Kuzma is extremely talented. He needs to get better on defense. Will he get better on defense? And I don't know. That's why I believe his game is suited better off the bench. And if that happens, if they can sign a max guy, albeit a point guard or a wing, a starting wing, Kyle Kuzma off the bench don't sound too bad no more. So that's that. What does it mean for the Kings? What does it mean for the Clippers? What does it mean for the Warriors and the Suns? It means that division just got a lot tougher. And the Warriors not having KD, if they sign KD, they're not going to have him for the entire year. Klay Thompson, I feel like, can come back by the All-Star break because he's that type of guy, the toughest player in the NBA, Iron Man. He can potentially come back by the All-Star break because he's that tough. And I know he's going to put the work in to try and get back to that level by All-Star break. And then him still, trying to get into the zone and trying to get his legs under him, you would expect the Warriors to still make the playoffs with Steph Curry and Draymond Green, right? We're assuming so. Let's not discount Steph Curry, top 5 player, Draymond Green, top 15 player. When he's at his peak, he may be even a top 10 player when he's just rolling, right? When he's playing his role and he's in shape. Playoff Draymond Green is so talented. Will they get that Draymond Green, though? The guy that was fat throughout the entire season, leading up to him getting in shape every single series? Or are we going to get the tip-top shape Draymond Green, the one we saw in the, what is it, third round? And in that Rocket series, and then in that Blazers series for sure, and obviously the finals, are we going to get that Draymond Green, that version? We don't know. Okay, so we can lock in the Warriors, barring more injuries, to make the playoffs. The Clippers, already so talented, made the playoffs without Kawhi. Will they get Kawhi? I feel like he should stay in Toronto after bringing them a chip. But they can still go out and get a guy. Who will that guy be, though? I don't know. Things got crazy with all the injuries, and you don't really know what's going to happen as of right now. They have a lot of nice young pieces, very well coached team, great front office. We'll see what happens there. It's up in the air right now with the Clippers. I don't know. Are they a playoff team next year with the Lakers taking up a spot? No. As of right now, I would say no. We still have to see what the Clippers do. And the Clippers are very dangerous because they're enticing. They're in LA. They have a culture that's set and ready to rock and roll. Now, who will take that role of being the guy? We'll soon find out. Free agency is June 30th. We can't wait and keep you guys updated. Now, the Phoenix Suns, what will they do? Are they eager enough to say, you know what, I'm going to go to Houston, propose a trade, try and bring Chris Paul to this young nucleus, maybe solidify and set a winning culture, something that we don't have? Monty Williams being a very strict coach, he's not going to, deal with the Josh Jacksons of the world. What will Phoenix do? Are they willing to mortgage some of their young assets to maybe win now? What does that even mean in Phoenix, right? Win now. They're talented. But should they go after a Chris Paul, knowing that he's mid-30s, big contract, not a good contract at that? Should they do it? Don't forget to slap that like button, share, and subscribe with all your Pacific Division fans. This is going to be the channel to follow. We're going to keep you guys updated on the entire Pacific Division all year long. It's going to be very interesting. So much fun. The games at Golden One Center will be off the charts. So make sure to slap that like button and share with your fellow NBA fans as well. We're going to talk a lot of free agency. Now, the Kings. It's very obvious to me. You need to go out and get more depth on the wing. With this trade, you have to. What bothers Anthony Davis? Not a big man, because he's going to take it to the big man's chest, or he's just so much faster than any prototypical big, right? You need those athletic Harrison Barnes type players. So Tobias Harris is a priority, in my opinion. That's the thing though, if Harrison Barnes opts into the $25 million, you have roughly $21 million. Is that enough to reel in a guy like Tobias Harris long term? I don't know. I don't think it's enough. Now, if Harrison Barnes says, which I don't think he should, don't get me wrong, like if I'm him, I take the $25 million, because at the end of the day, this is a business, and he's going to get $18 million next year, regardless of what happens, because the type of guys who can play the 3 and the 4 and can shoot and defend are few in between. Like, those type of guys are so valuable in today's league, and we have one of them in Harrison Barnes. Can we add a second one to this lineup? is the real thing. Can they do it? I appreciate everybody, man, joining me on this Saturday afternoon, 7 p.m. Just want to come on here and just talk some Pacific Division basketball with you guys. Someone says SAC needs Vucevic. I don't believe they need Vucevic. I would be highly, highly upset if they got Vucevic because of how the NBA is played. Yes, he's very skilled. Yes, he would be instantly the best big on the roster. What does that mean for a guy like Marvin Bagley? What does it mean for a guy like Harry Giles? The minutes are going to be just all over the place in terms of their development. The Kings don't have to go into this, oh, let's just trade for this mega big man who really doesn't fit the style and philosophy, if you really think about it. Now, if you think about it from a perspective of, okay, if we sign him, if the Kings sign him, then he's an asset. I completely understand that. I get that concept and I agree with it. But the thing is, are you willing to waste a year of Marvin Bagley, Harry Giles? That's a question you have to ask. That's a question the front office has to ask themselves, because Vucevic is coming in here with max money and demanding 35 minutes a night. Like, that's going to be a thing. And if that happens, the offense will most likely revolve around him, because he's a 20 and 10 guy every single night. Make no mistake about it. That's gonna affect a lot of the players around him and their stats. Are they willing to sacrifice for the better being? Is Vucevic averaging 20 and 10 or even a little bit more in 22 and 11, 22 and 12, whatever the case may be? Is it conducive to winning basketball? I know DeMarcus Cousins averaging 28 and 12 is not conducive to winning basketball. That's not going to get you many W's in the NBA. It needs to revolve around your guards. That's my philosophy. That's what I believe. This is a guard wing driven league. It needs to be that way. If your big man is the guy, if your name is not Joel Embiid, and if you don't have Jokic's skill set, then you're screwed when it comes to winning basketball. Y'all need to understand that. That means Marvin Bagley needs to accept a role as a role guy. If you start running multiple sets and plays for him, that means you're taking away touches from Buddy Hield, from Bogey, from Harrison, from De'Aaron Fox, because the ball movement is going to stop. If you think he's going to average 22 and 10, 20 and 10 type player, that's fine. But is that conducive to winning? Can they win basketball games? So if that happens, the Kings aren't going to score more points than they did last year. There's no way. Someone's stats are dipping. And my thing is, I'd rather Buddy touch the ball more, run more action, more off-ball action for Buddy. De'Aaron's going to average 23 points next year, in my opinion. So where is that 20 and 10? Marvin got to get 10 rebounds regardless, right? I'm seeing Marvin more as a 15 and 10 guy. Him getting buckets off second chance opportunities. That's how I view it. Him not needing the team to consistently run plays for him. Because if that happens, it's going to be Zebo all over again. And that's not what I want. Now, if that translates into W's, then I'm okay with that. But historically speaking, if you go back 5 years to now, it's just not going to work. Even a guy like Joel Embiid, he doesn't get most of his buckets inside because, first of all, it's hard to play inside and get whacked all the time. And people criticize Brett Brown for not having him inside the paint, etc. He kind of wants to be out there just shooting jumpers. And sometimes he can extend the defense that way. Marvin Bagley's not built that way yet. I want him playing as he did last year for most of the time, being inside the paint, wreaking havoc inside the paint, using his insane second jump and getting buckets. That's how it should be. And Buddy Hield, De'Aaron Fox, averaging more points, getting more touches. It needs to go through your guards. At least on this team, it does. Yeah, I agree. But Vucevic, you put him in the three-point line, makes passes like Jokic from there, or far baseline with Vucevic, you can back up. You can't back off of him. He will hit an open jumper. I agree. But now the offense will be ran through Vooch. Do you want that? That's all I'm asking. Again, don't confuse me saying that I'm so close-minded to not having Vooch. Like, I understand that the team will get better in the short term. Now, this is all long-term for me. Are they better than the Lakers if you add Vooch? I don't know, because now your style is going to change. I want my offense to run through De'Aaron Fox. I want it to be honestly, I want the Houston Rockets. And I feel like De'Aaron Fox is more than capable in year 3, a stronger version of De'Aaron Fox, a more experienced De'Aaron Fox, for the ball to be in his hand at all time. If Vooch comes to the Kings, make no mistake about it, Vooch will have the ball a lot. Are you willing to deal with that and see a game that's a little bit slower? If it translates to more victories, I am A-okay with it. I'm just posing the question. Are you okay with that? Because that's what needs to happen. That's what's going to happen if you bring in Vooch. Everyone's numbers are dipping. You must realize that. Vooch is that type of player. He commands that type, as you said, he commands that type of respect from opposing game plans. I wouldn't want that. I'd rather get a wing and run the bulk of the minutes with Bagley at the 5, or if you want to go Harry in there, whatever. But I want Harrison, free agent wing, Buddy, and De'Aaron, with combinations with Bogey coming in there, those type of lineups, faster lineups that can defend multiple positions. That's how I want this team to be. Me. It doesn't mean I'm right. That's how I philosophically believe a team should be, because I think that's a winning formula. Now, let me know what you guys think, because you have to realize that the Lakers, already favorites, Vegas put the odds yesterday. Then the trade goes down today. So they already knew what was going to happen. They're favorites for a reason. And they play in your division. So, wing depth, and once Harrison opts into the 25 mil, you're not going to have that much cap space. Should the Kings package up some of those second-round picks and potentially move back into the first? It seems, from people that I'm speaking to, that Frank Mason may not be guaranteed in the next couple of weeks. He may not be on this roster because his contract is not guaranteed. Yogi Ferrell, same thing. They're looking for a backup point guard. Who will that backup point guard be? I'm okay if they keep Yogi. Make no mistake about that. I love Yogi. But the thing is, I would love Carson Edwards a lot more. If Carson is projected to go late first, early second, and there's a team that really wants him there, I'm packaging up some players, some of my picks, 3 of my second-round picks, and trying to move up to get a guy like that who can shoot lights out. He would be a promising backup for a long time. 6-man type player, can just get you buckets, commands the respect from the defense, extending it. His gravitational effect would just bring the defense to pick him up, literally crossing the half-court line. You have to. This guy will pull up from anywhere. He's that good of a shooter. We haven't seen a guy like that since Damian Lillard, who can command that much respect from a defense. You start having any type of big running the pick and roll from that high up, I mean, everything else is going to open up so much. And you can play this dude with your other guards because he's that great of a shooter. Now, defensively, he's not very good. We get that. This is an offensive-driven league, though. What will they do if they so say they get a wing, how I view this team, and say they get Carson Edwards from the draft. So you have your backup, you have your starting 3 or 4, whoever that may be. That can be Tobias, that can be Jimmy Butler, that can be Chris Middleton. Okay. Who are you starting at center? Can you go out and make a trade for maybe a Miles Plumlee? Can you go out and do a sign and trade for maybe a guy like Sabonis? Or if you want to go cheap, JaVale McGee will most likely be available. Can you go out and get a Deadman? Can you go out and get a Rashard Holmes? There will be guys available. Can you bring back Costa Kufas as a third string backup? Having that type of guy who's super reliable at all times, I would. Knowing what you have in a guy like that, durability is a skill, y'all. Durability and playing hard is a skill. PJ Tucker, that guy is skill. He plays hard every single time. The Clippers, big man. Harold Montrez. He plays hard every single time. I would love Ricky Rubio as a backup, man. I would love him as a backup. That's what I'm saying. So either you go out and get a sniper like a Carson, or you go out and get a facilitator like Ricky Rubio. What's it going to be? Where is your plan? What's your philosophy if you're Vlade Divac? How do you see these pieces coming together? That's his job. It's a damn hard one, too, because you got choices. You have to make decisions, right? That's what it comes down to. How's everybody doing? Make sure to slap that like button. Laker fans, are there any Laker fans in the building, man? Are there any Phoenix Suns, Clipper fans, Warrior fans? It's going to be a fun year. And it's crazy because Thursday, we crowned a new NBA champion. And now all we can talk about is the trade. That's how crazy the NBA is. It's a 24/7, 365 type sport now. We literally just crowned a champion on Thursday. And now the talk of the NBA is, oh my gosh, AD's in LA. Free agency is right around the corner. The NBA draft is next Thursday. Who's going at 3? Who's going at 4? Who's going at 5? I still got to put up some videos on all of that. It's going to be content driven for the next few days. It's going to be action packed. And I can't wait for that. I feel like I've discussed a lot today. Let me know what you guys think, obviously. Again, make sure to slap that like button. My boy Fred VanVleet, NBA champion. Y'all know how I felt about him. I love Fred, man. This dude is a bona fide 6th man every single year. He a bucket getter, period. This dude is good, man. You can play him in different lineups with different guards. He can shoot the ball. He's calm. He's a good player. Leo, so wait. I thought if Barnes opted in, we had 37 million cap space. They have 21 million cap space if he opts in. 25 million. If you think it just do the math. I mean, that's $25 million. So if he would opt out and they would extend him on long-term deal, then that would save up money. I don't think he's going to opt out. And why would he opt out? Uh, he better opt in and get 25. 'Cause he's never going to get paid $25 million again in one season. Long term, you'd be like, oh, well, if he gets hurt, it makes sense. But I feel like regardless, say he got hurt, he's still going to command 14 to 16 mil next year. It's just the way it is. These type of players are prime time, man. You need these type of players on a roster. So the market is just, again, you may not think a guy is worth X amount of money, but the market dictates that. Just remember that, y'all. Just remember that. Another guy who I like, if he doesn't get drafted or if he's available at your and you keep, say, that last pick, Cody Martin. Sorry, I think Cody's gonna be a little bit better than Caleb. If they both have a career in the NBA, Cody's a little bit more versatile. He fits more with what the Kings are trying to do. To me, he's a guy that can become a Corey Brewer type player. He's experienced. He's a great teammate. He plays hard on defense. He can play 1, 2, and 3. What more do you want off the bench? That's a versatile player. It's a guy that I'm looking at. And the Kings are working out Pons. The left hand point guard from St. John's. I like him, but I like Edwards a lot more. Shamari Pons, I believe is his name. I've watched a few games of his. Not gonna lie, I can't break down his entire game. But Carson Edwards, man, the fact that he can just pop the way he can and command just the gravity that he commands is insane. It's Damian-esque. And when you have a player like that, especially off the bench, I'm not saying he's a starter. I'm saying off the bench and can get you buckets off the bench like that, can bring that energy off the bench with the Cody Martin off the bench, seems like a win to me. I appreciate you guys so much, man. If you guys enjoyed this, make sure to leave us a review on iTunes. It would mean a lot to us. Again, we thank our sponsor, BlindSave. Make sure to visit their website if you're a hooper, blindsave.com. We'll see you guys on the next one. And don't forget to subscribe and share and like or dislike. Thank you guys so much. See you guys on the next one.